Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Brenda and welcome. So as you guys can see by the title, today I am going to be showing you guys all of my favorite foundations. I'm ranging my foundations from drugstore to high-end to just like dewy, matte, anything you can think of. So yeah, this video was requested by one of you guys and I said I would do it just because I thought it was a great idea. So that is what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. Also, my nose is very stuffy. I've been sick for like the past 2-3 days. It's just horrible. I'm starting to feel a little better now, but if you guys feel like I sound kind of weird, that is why, just because I'm still sick. Like, I feel like I can't breathe from my nose. I literally am just breathing from my mouth just because I have a very stuffy nose. I'm like just so congested right now and it's the worst. And my sisters and my nephews just visited me from Chicago, so I'm glad I didn't get them sick, but it just sucked that I was like sick like half of the time that they were here. But anyways, I'm starting to feel a little better. Also, I am filming from my new camera. I got a camera for Christmas. If you guys see my Christmas haul, you guys seen that Lorenzo bought me a new camera for Christmas. So if it looks like kind of weird, or if I just look like very weird, or maybe I look like different, it's my camera. Like, this camera is so crazy, like clear. Like, I feel like you can see everything. I don't know. But if it looks different, that is because I'm using my new camera. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's go straight on to this video. I don't want to get off topic. So I am going to start off with my like drugstore foundations. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't really own a lot of drugstore foundations. Like, as crazy as that sounds, I probably only have like 3 drugstore foundations, and you would think I would have more just because they're cheaper than like high-end foundations, right? But I just don't own a lot. So I do have 2 that I like. They're my ride or die and I like love so much. And the first one that I am talking about is this one right here. So this is the Revolution foundation stick. So I discovered this guy because a lot of people were raving about it online. So I went to go pick it up and I fell in love with it. So I'm gonna start off by saying that this foundation is hella dewy. If you are not a dewy person, this is not going to be for you. It's a very dewy foundation. It's very creamy. I love it though. Like, I use, and I'm showing you guys too, just because I use 2 different shades. One is my like lighter shade and one is my darker shade. I mix them both together to get like a perfect shade. But I'm going to show you guys the consistency of this. You probably can't tell, but this foundation is super creamy. I'm going to swatch them right behind my hand just to show you guys. But this consistency of the foundation is so darn creamy. The coverage is amazing. It definitely is full coverage. If you guys want a full coverage, this is gonna be good for you. But like I said, if you don't like dewy foundations, this guy, I would stay away from this guy. The next drugstore foundation that I love so freaking much is this one. Now this is the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and this one is completely empty, as you guys can see, but guys, I love this foundation so much. Now this was my everyday foundation for like a good year or 2. I would use this foundation all the time. I've picked this up in maybe like 2-3 different shades just because I like mixing shades. For my foundations, most of my foundations, I mix them with like another shade or another foundation just to get something perfect. Now this is more, it definitely is more full coverage. The consistency of this is kind of thick. Just because it's like a conceal. It kind of has like the concealer and the foundation part in it. So I really love this just because this gives you more like of a natural coverage. It's very full coverage, but it's not full where it looks like cakey, but it's still thick. So it gives you like this natural yet full coverage look, if that makes any sense. Probably not. And obviously this is not that expensive. I think it only retails for like $11. So if you guys are ever in need of like a full coverage everyday foundation, I recommend this one. This one is amazing. Moving on to the next foundation. I discovered this foundation last month and I was raving it to you guys just because I fell in love with it, and I am talking about the Frankie Rose Matte Perfection Foundation. I told you guys I picked this up at IMATS and I fell in love the instant that I seen it. It was just so beautiful. This has easily just become one of my favorite foundations. So this one does retail for $36. It is more on like the high-end pricing. You can find this one online. I bought mine at IMATS, but you can find it online at the Frankie Rose website. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this one. So it is matte. It's gonna be more on the matte side. It's not too matte where it's just so dry though. I would consider it demi matte. But what I love about this is I feel like this is just a very universal foundation for every single skin tone. Like, even though you might not like matte foundations, I feel like you will love this one. Like, you will make an exception for this one just because it's that great. But yeah, it's very nice, full coverage. The consistency of it isn't thick, so you won't feel like you have so much cakiness on your face. But yeah, it is full coverage, and I just love the fact that it gives you a very nice airbrushed, just perfect, just flawless looking skin. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites by far. If you guys don't have this, I would definitely recommend you guys pick this up because it is just that good. I love it, and I'm sure you guys will fall in love with it too. So next I'm gonna move on to the foundation that I'm wearing right now at the moment. So I'm wearing this one. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This one I just love. I love it so much. I've bought two in the past before and I'm just obsessed with it. So the reason I love this one is just because it's oil free, meaning, you know how after time like your foundation gets like very oily because of all of the oils that it has? It's not gonna give you that. It's not gonna make you look very oily over time. This foundation is medium to full coverage. It's not thick. The consistency is thin, so it's not gonna look very cakey on the face. I make sure that my foundation doesn't look cakey just because that feeling, it just sucks. I like hate feeling like I have foundation on, like, because you know sometimes it's like uncomfortable when you're wearing a foundation and it just feels like too thick. I hate it. So you want to make sure you have a full foundation, like a full coverage foundation, but that it's not going to be like cakey and it's not going to be thick. So this is definitely not that. So this foundation does retail for $39. It is going to be more on the pricier side. You can find it at Ulta, Sephora, Too Faced website, anywhere. Obviously I'm sure you guys know where to get your hands on this, but it's so good. Another reason that I really do love this foundation is because it does have hyaluronic acid in it. And if you guys don't know what hyaluronic acid is, it's very good for your skin. First of all, just because it helps your skin from preventing breakouts. You don't want to use something that is going to actually make you break out. You want to use something that's going to help you prevent breakouts. So that is why I also really like this. You want to make sure that you're using something very good for your skin, and this is definitely it. So next, but definitely not least, is my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This guy is my favorite. I actually put my niece on this one just because she fell in love with it. So this foundation is so beautiful. Again, more on the full coverage side, but I really like that this foundation gives you like a natural finish. It's gonna look very full coverage but yet natural. And this foundation is very long wearing. I think it claims to be like a 16-hour long wearing foundation, which you want your foundation to last almost the whole day. So this definitely does the job. I absolutely love this foundation so much. It's perfect for every single skin tone. If you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, you can't go wrong with this foundation. It's just so perfect. So another reason I actually really love this is just because this foundation, I feel like when I apply this foundation, I have no problem blending it. Like, I feel like it just goes on effortlessly into the skin. It just blends out so beautifully, like without any effort. This foundation does retail for $49. I know it's so expensive. So yeah, if you guys can, I would definitely invest my money in this foundation. It's just so good, very nice, very lightweight. It's just so bomb. You guys need it. So lastly, I could not make this video without talking about my favorite foundation. I've owned 4 foundations of these in the past, and I can't get enough of how much I love this foundation so much. Yo, the airplane, the freaking car. Y'all are so disrespectful. Just shut the up. The disrespect. So like I was saying, I really do love this foundation. I've owned it so many times in the past and I just always end up going back to it. And I am talking about the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. This foundation is just so good. So the formula of this foundation is just very, very creamy. It does remind me a lot of the Revolution foundation stick. Very creamy formula, just beautiful, glides on your skin very nicely. This is also another foundation that is very easy to blend in with your skin. I always use a foundation brush. You guys know that I love the Morphe M439 to blend my foundation, and I just feel like using a brush just makes your foundation look so nice, so airbrushed. But going back to this foundation, it's very nice, very creamy. This foundation is going to be a medium to full coverage foundation, so you can build it up to the intensity that you want. This does retail for $42 if I'm not wrong, but it's worth the price. It's worth every single penny. I also do consider this foundation to be great for every single skin tone, whether you're dry or you're oily. I feel like it can work for either or. But yeah, this is another foundation that I would invest in if I were you guys. It's just so great, and obviously I keep going back to it every single time. I just can't live without it. Alright guys, so that is it for my top favorite foundations. I think it was a total of like 6 foundations if I'm not wrong. But yeah, those 6 foundations were my top 6 foundations at the moment that I love and that I feel like I can't live without. I love every single foundation of those equally. They all work amazing for me, and I have like been obsessed with them lately, and I am recommending them to you guys just because they are that good, and I just feel like you guys will love them as much as I do. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if any of those foundations are like one of your favorites. Which one do you like? Which one do you think is not that great? Let me know your thoughts on these foundations. Again, I do apologize. I feel like I was struggling trying to talk throughout this video just because my voice tends to get very dry and my throat like dries up, and I feel like I can't speak right. I just hate being sick. I'm not that person that gets sick all the time either, so I'm just like, I'm pissed at the fact that I'm actually sick right now. But if I do sound kind of weird, I'm sorry guys. I apologize. I really wanted to film a video for you guys, and I had it because my family was in town, so I was just like, now that they're not here, I should take the time and just film a video because it's been like a week and a half. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below so you guys can keep up with all my videos. There's a lot of content that I want to put out for you guys, and I know I always say that, but just stay tuned for everything. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, just keep up with me, and I won't disappoint you guys. So that is all for today. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!